Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com. Today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Summer Pendant. This is from the Seasons collection from Hubbardton Forge. There's other ones too. Check them all out because they are rather fabulous. So this is the 1397-54. A lot of details. Let's dive in. Let's talk about the size of the fixture body first, and that's going to be the bottom part, and that's independent of the cables that are holding this, and that's going to be 12 inches overall height. So it's actually kind of a short fixture in my world anyway. 54.2 inches is going to be the length, so it's a good size fixture, and the depth of it is 16.2, so it's awesome for kitchen islands or long tables, especially tables that are like let's say 84, 96, 100, perfect for that kind of thing. It's also, since it's only 12 inches high and the overall hanging height begins at 18, you could use this in a foyer if you've got the ceiling height for it. So let's talk about the overall height. This is a low voltage cable hung fixture. And when we talk about overall height, we're really talking about the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the ceiling itself. So this is going to begin at 18 inches overall height. Like I said, from the ceiling to the bottom. Those cables are going to allow you to have this as long as 100 during your installation. And if you need it longer than 100 inches overall height, drop me a quick email. Let me know what you're looking for. We do custom lengths longer than 100, so let's say you needed this to be 120. We take your email, I send it over to Hubbardton Forge, it'll come back to me with a quote, and I can get that back to you. So, going back to the cable idea. So, you've got 4 cables that are going to be going into a canopy up on the ceiling, and that canopy is 13.62 inches wide, just 54 inches long. 4 cables coming down. Like I said, it's a low voltage fixture. Up in that canopy is a transformer and a driver for the LEDs down below. The nice thing about, or the best thing about these kind of things are, anytime you get these low voltage fixtures, they're incredibly safe. If someone were to accidentally pull this down, that's low voltage, so it's completely safe, like I said. All 4 of those cables are going to be structural cables holding the fixture, but 2 of them are going to be holding those low voltage charges. And those cables are going to be going up into the canopy itself. Take a good look at the canopy detail here. You'll see they're going to be going into the canopy, and they're going to be going into these things called grippers, and it'll feed into the canopy. You're going to raise this up during your installation. You want to be there when this is being installed, because that's really important that you get this to where you want it to be before they snip those cables up in the canopy, because then it's a done deal. Use a level to make sure it's completely level. It's going to be pretty important. Okay, so more details on that. Because of the size of this fixture, it's going to ship on a pallet by truck, which means it's non-returnable, so we have to get our ducks in a row. Always feel free to contact me with questions, because we want to get this perfectly right. I sell a lot of these, and they're wonderful, but there's so many options on it, you really want to spend some time. Okay? So hop into what's called the accent on this, and what you have down below in the fixture is you have a frame. So you have this rectangular frame that has these strips of LEDs pushing light into the middle of the fixture and eliminating what's called the decoration. And the decoration are going to be those panels that you see kind of intersecting in the middle. Those panels are going to be available in a couple different variations, and the pull-down menus up there are going to show you what's going on with that. So pull those menus down. You're going to see you have an option with this really beautiful rippled glass, and that's called Aqua Light. So that's one of your options. The other option are going to be these textured aluminum plates that have been forged, pressed with these kind of impressions into them. Those textured metal plates are going to be available in, let's see, 4 different finishes. So let's go over those finishes right now. So you're going to have soft gold, okay, that's your first one. Vintage platinum, which is your second one. Sterling, which is kind of a chrome finish, and that's our kind of like a shiny chrome almost. And then a real deep gold. So those are going to be your 4 options for that. The frame and the canopy up on the ceiling are going to be available in all the different finishes in the pull-down menu. And we have a finishes help guide over here on this side of the screen. So take advantage of that. There's a really good video that's going to go over everything on this. There's not a lot of heavy forging on this, and heavy forging is the bending of metal. So all of these parts that are going to be available in those finishes are going to be pretty uniform. So just kind of remember that. But that video is going to go over all those details, so spend some time over there too if you can. Coming in at 62.8 pounds. So anything over 25 pounds, we have to say to you that Underwriter's Lab says it should hang by something other than just the canopy. Let's look into that, and I want to show you more details on the canopy anyway. So how we're going to do that is we're going to go over here to the, if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look on this side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations, instructions, PDF. So open that up for me. These are the papers that are going to be in the box when you get this. They show you lots of details. They show you how to put it together. They have a parts list. The really important thing is they're going to show you details on the canopy, how it's going to go into the junction box, and how you're going to install it on your ceiling as well. So really spend some time with that as well. You can take that link and you can email that over to your installer so they have a heads up on how this has to be installed. Very easy to do that, okay? So circling back to the LEDs, so you've got 48 watts of LED that's all pushing into the middle of this, and that's going to be going up and down as well. That's 1,560 lumens. That's quite a bit of light. Make sure you put this on a dimmer. That's going to be very important. Tell your installer that it needs to be on a dimmer that is set up for LEDs so you don't get any flickering. Very easy thing for them to do. Let's get into finishes now. If you're on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over on this side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a tab. It's going to say Finishes Help Guide. Click on that for me. There's going to be a video on there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be talking about a chart a little farther down on the page. You'll see it next to me here. It's going to kind of go over the differences between heavy forging and non-heavy forging, and it'll be talked about in that video. So it's really important that you kind of watch the video, use the chart. You can click on that chart on different things. So you can click on dark smoke and a big page will pop up and show you lots of different things in dark smoke. Click on burnished steel or natural iron, it'll do the same thing. But it's really important that you understand how Hubbardton Forge's finishes are kind of divided into translucent and opaque and how they can look on different fixtures. Our showroom in Vermont has we're up to 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's way up there in those red tabs again, so click on that and you can see what we have to show you. That changes all the time because we're always adding things as they come out. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. We have an amazing clearance center here too. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you were coming to visit us, bring a good-sized vehicle, something like a big SUV or maybe a small truck or something like that, because you might find something in the clearance center that you want to take home, and it's a lot of fun to go through. 75% off MSRP is an amazing bargain, so you should really take advantage of it if you can. Like I said, we're open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can call us at 802-446-2400 during business hours. You can email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time. We love to answer emails. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else even comes close to that. Some larger items are non-returnable. We'll always tell you about that. It'll be in the description thing, that part of the description underneath on the very bottom. So keep an eye out for that. We also offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all your finishes, your adjustable ranges to play with, all those things. We can cut that time in half, and it's super inexpensive. If you want to know more, drop a quick email, and I can walk you through the whole thing, okay? So, if you guys have any other questions, let me know. Love to see you in our showroom sometime, and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.